The blue flowers come out in the morning, and they usually go in about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
And when do you pull it? You pull it. This is the bottom leaves are beginning to die. You want it so that the bottom half of the plant is golden, and the top is still a little bit green. And then you pull it.
It looks like it's not quite ready.
Right. Yeah. So you pull it. Literally, you just. You pull it just like that, and you knock the roots and all. You knock the dirt off, and you take about 3 times this much, and you wrap it with twine or not. But look how long that is. And the fiber, the outer part is like this. You have a straw on the inside, and then this is wrapped all around, up and down. And that's the linen.
And you don't cut the roots off? You leave all that
No.
on? Do they kind of fall off after it dries?
They when you process it, it kind of comes off. And this is last year's flax that I harvested. There are different varieties, but nobody has them. Different people have different varieties, and there's research going on. So they, research stations have maybe 10 varieties, but ordinary people you plant whatever you can get. You look online and you look for seed flax or or line flax, and then you write, and with luck they have some, or else they write back and say it's on its way from Ireland. It'll be here in 2 months. And there's now a group called the Maine Fiber Shed Flax Department, of which there's about 6 people who are actually growing flax, and some are growing quite a lot. Some are like me, growing just a little bit. So to get the seeds off the fiber, you have to put it through a ripple or something like this. It could be, you could just beat them with a stick. You can, but this is a fancy thing, and you pull it like that. And the seeds come off like that. I should have clamped it down to the table.
That's all right.
That's okay. Okay. Good enough. I won't take all the seeds off. Once we get that done, then you want to, oh, okay. Then we've got to, and I have no idea what flax is what here. This has been in the attic of the garage all winter. So we take a bit. Okay. And you can see already, you see the fibers coming out. It looks like ribbon. And then you move your hand down a little. To keep it from moving, you hold your finger, you wrap it around your finger. We're going to attract all the crows here. Now there's another flax break. Which is this one, which is a portable, so-called portable one. Okay. And you put it through here, you see, and that keeps your fingers from.
And these are all methods of the same thing.
This is just to get more straw off.
Right. Yep.
And the straw is actually like a soda straw. It's hollow on the inside, and the straw is also on the inside, and the fiber is on the outside. It's wrapped around. I could never see that this does anything.
No, it's taking some bits off.
But slowly. But.
And that's called the, what is that device called again?
This is called scutching. But this is another kind of scutcher. And this one works great. You notice my fingers around the fiber, so it doesn't all pull through. There. Once you get it on one side, you rotate it, grab it on the other side. And you turn your hand over and do the other side. Okay. Now to the hackles. We start with the biggest one.
You want the clamp?
Oh, that's okay.
Being careful to not hit your fingers.
Right. A month of rain doesn't help to have dry flax. Quite often, I put the flax in the car for a couple of days in the sun, and that makes it needs to be dry and crispy. It's getting there. See how the ribbons are turning into individual hairs?
That's great.
And you go and work on the other end. You make sure you have your tetanus shot first.
That is a good torture device there.
Yeah. And once you do this to where it's pretty fine,
The wind blowing it backwards.
yeah. And then you go to a finer one.
I like the sound.
And finally, do a finer one. Thank you. Well, it's getting there. If you can see, it's it's still got some husk on it. It's called boon.
Oh yeah.
And we may have to either put it through the break again. The reason this isn't all coming off is, number one, it's because it's too damp, and number two, possibly it's not fully retted. But basically, this is ready to be tied up and spun, and you'd spin right off these fine things, just like that.
It's like hair.
Like hair.
So can you show a little bit from the before?
Here's before and after.
Neat.
Yeah.
And it's just the process of doing this over and over and over,
right,
until it
right.
gets all of the outside.
If it's well retted, it goes fast. Maybe 10 or 12 chops and different things, but because it's damp day, wet weather. But somebody processing flax would work all day long. Just chop, chop, boom, boom.
That's an exciting day.
Yeah. So what else?
Let's talk about the pieces of equipment here.
Okay.
And try to avoid getting run down by the hummingbirds.
So
yeah,
this,
we can go back to the beginning, I guess.
This is what's it? Ripple. Can't remember that. This is a ripple, and I usually don't use this. I just hammer it. You can put it in a bag and stomp on it. Anything to get the seeds off. And then when you get the seeds off, you want to save the seeds if you want to plant. So you have to put them in a basket and throw it up in the air carefully in a certain amount of breeze, and the chaff blows away. And it works, but you got to be careful, because if you overdo it, all your seed goes out.
And also you collect the seeds to plant more.
Right. And that's what is in the garden, is seeds I harvested.
We'll go look at that in a minute.
And this is a portable flax break. It's got two boards this way and 3 this way. And even then, you see, more comes out.
Yeah.
And these are all hackles.
About to slide off the side there.
Oh.
There you go.
These are square hackles. They've got 4 sides on them. This one is round. This one's round, and this one's round. Apparently, the square ones work better because they grab the fiber and pull it off. But you do what you can. You can also use a dog brush.
Huh?
You just look around the house and see what you have.
Sure. And then this is just more variations on the same thing.
Right. And this is a hackle that Mike made from directions that were in a 1929 book called How to Weave Linens. And again, 3 boards on the bottom and 2 on the top. Mike gave this to me for Christmas one year, and I had absolutely no idea what it was. But all this stuff on the bottom, if it's halfway decent, you can spin it into coarse stuff and weave it and make burlap, or you can just throw it away. This is another kind of hackle, and you just pull it up like this.
Right. Pull it through. But again, this is all just removing the outer.
It's just removing the straw on the inside of each fiber.
Right.
It flattens it.
Fibers.
Yep. Yeah. So it either is a lot of work or not too much work.
And then the board with the knife.
Oh yeah. That's a scutching board, which looks dramatic. You put your fiber through here.
Yep.
So you don't whack your hand.
Yep.
And then you just do like this.
It's still knocking some off.
Yep, it is. But to my way of thinking, it's pretty slow. And yet all the books show scutching.
Maybe because it's dramatic looking.
But there, you see? That's slowly getting it out. And any that's left in there stays in there.